Most people quit when life blindsides them, but Anthony didn't. At age 16, he started his own landscaping business with just a lawnmower, and as he slowly saw success, had a horrible accident. Almost left him blind. But you know what he did? He didn't give up. Even through that depression, even through all that sadness, he found a way to get things done. He didn't find excuses of why he shouldn't do it. He pushed through. And now things are getting a little bit better. But before we get to the rest of this episode, I want you guys to do me a favor. Just press that subscribe button. The more that this channel grows, the more people that I can reach out to. Men who feel lost and hopeless, who need direction. That is the main reason of this podcast. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Anthony, welcome to the journey to greatness, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome how we met. It's actually, you used to train MMA.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you had an accident, which we'll talk about, a little bit after we learn a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
What was your childhood like? What was your journey?
Childhood?
Yeah. Tell us about yourself. Tell us how you ended up here, how you started your business and everything.
This would take a while.
Yeah, take your time. This is your episode.
Well, I started cutting grass when I was 12. So that's cool. That's how the landscaping thing started. Okay. When I was 12, I was like, hey, I want money so I can go, I don't know, something stupid, buy McDonald's or go do this thing or that thing, or I want a video game for my Xbox. So I wasn't able to just have someone buy things for me. I couldn't just have the money. So I was like, well, I'm not going to sit around and say I don't have money. So let me just go cut grass. People will give me $20, $30 for a yard. So my mom and we'd get in her beat up Jeep Cherokee, and I have a great mom. She was willing to drive me around town, locally, right? Mm. So we'd lift the lawnmower up, and we'd put the weed whacker and the leaf blower and the gas can in her trunk, and she'd drive 5-10 minutes somewhere across town, and then I'd start cutting yards. We'd take the stuff out. That's how I started the landscaping thing. Childhood wise, I don't know. I did a lot. I guess I've always kind of been an overachiever. When I was little, I tried basketball, soccer. I liked hockey. When I was 9, I was in Taekwondo. I got my black belt in Taekwondo maybe when I was 11. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I got a black belt when I was little. So I still remember. I remember when I signed up to MMA, some of those form things, just the techniques of kicking or blocking, they're just inherently how I function. So when I started going to MMA with you, I had to start unlearning that because it wasn't working for MMA. But I did a lot of Taekwondo. Music too. When I was 9, I started playing the alto sax, and then when I was 11, I started playing. No, maybe I was 10. I played the steel pan. Then it was percussion and drums. Then it was the bari sax and piano.
Wow.
So I like instruments. I was in Boy Scouts for I don't know, 8 years. I was in Boy Scouts. Damn. So I did that too. I don't know. And there's just a bunch of random stuff I got up to growing up. So that's the fun part.
Dude, that's awesome. I did not know that, especially the black belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah, I did that for 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Holy crap. What got you into that? You were just I want to learn how to kick.
No, my friend Christian was going, and I thought it was cool. So okay. I was I want to go too. And then I just kept going. It was one of those things though, even back then, there were a lot of days of Taekwondo where I was I don't really want to go, but I knew if I had said that to my mom, she would have just let me not stay home, comfort me, no, it's okay. You can say. Mm-hmm. So I even at 9, 10 years old, if there was a day I didn't feel like going or didn't want to go, I would still go do it. For a 9, 10-year-old, I guess it's uncommon. So I just stuck through it, and then eventually it was well, now I'm getting my black belt. So yeah, it was fun. I got to spar a few kids. I felt bad. There was a few times I kicked a kid in the face or something. I was all crying and stuff.
Wasn't there, dude. What the heck?
Yeah.
I was
a little kid, all oh, am I going to get in trouble? Kid's got a black eye or something.
Just block it. That'll teach them. The only way to learn is to actually get hit and then be okay, yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, bro, get hit. It's fine.
We'll dive into that and how some dudes need to get hit so they can wake up a little bit. But dude, that overachiever, holy crap, music, black belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah.
I never, unfortunately, got to spar with you.
Yeah, I know. We just grappled a few times and stuff.
I thought you were like brand new to all this. I was like, it's cool.
MMA I was, yeah. Taekwondo is the only thing I have like a technical background
So
with.
no wrestling or anything like that?
No, I wanted to wrestle in high school as a freshman. I would really wanted to, but 3 weeks before I started high school, I got in the car accident where I got hit by the car.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Okay.
About that accident.
There's still a lawsuit, so I'm gonna leave out specific terms.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 years later, there's still a stupid law. It's 6 years, still a lawsuit. So
tell us what you can.
I was crossing 176 on my bike, on my BMX bike when I was 14, and I looked left, right, and there was a car coming. To keep it very simple, it was a sheriff of some sort. There was a car coming in the right turn lane, no sirens on, just patrolling, okay? I thought he was gonna turn right as I was crossing into this like food lot, and instead of turning right, he T-boned me as I'm like walking across on my bike. So when he T-boned me, my bike flew like 300 feet into the intersection, and then I flipped onto the hood, and then I flipped into the windshield. My face destroyed the windshield and then I flipped onto the roof. He slammed his brakes going 55 in that 40, and I flew face down headfirst onto the side of the road into a grate. So that's where I got like 30 stitches in here. I got like 15 in my nose right there, 5 in my neck. And I split my occipital bone back here, the back of my skull. I split it all the way through, just a clean crack all the way through. Shit. So that should have killed me, right? That happened on a Saturday afternoon, 3:30, sunny, hot Saturday in the middle of July, like 4 weeks before I started high school. Bro, I was out the hospital like Sunday at like 3 o'clock. Like it was not even a full 24 hours. Like they just
stitched you up.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you're fine, go home. I'm like, all right.
Walk it off, kid. You'll be fine.
Yeah, like
here's your popsicle.
Yeah, they didn't tell me anything about like TBIs and head trauma and what to and not to do. So they're just like, go chill at home for a little bit. I'm like, okay. Yeah, so that kind of fucked things up a little bit. Or do you like have to bleep it out if I swear?
No, you can say whatever the fuck you want to. I'll clip it out.
This is my water jug, so don't mind if I'm drinking out of it. This is my igloo. I take creatine, so.
Creatine? That whole thing's full of creatine?
Sometimes, yeah.
How many scoops you put in there?
You know, everyone says that past 5 grams, you just shit it out or piss it out or whatever. But my friend Luke showed me this podcast on it by this guy who his whole life is invested in learning about creatine. And for TBIs and like concussions, mass amounts of creatine in studies in kids have like shown to like rapidly increase the healing of it, having high amounts of it, like per kilogram of weight, certain amount of grams. So, you know, on the days where I'm like putting the creatine in there and I'm like, I don't like taking it late because then I wake up and I have to like piss in the middle of the night. So if I'm taking it early, I'll throw like 20 grams in there.
Cool.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, shake it up.
Okay. Is there a specific brand you want to shout out?
I just get the Body Tech stuff. It's blue. Fancy. Yeah. Okay. I hate the powder, so I gotta put a boatload of water because I couldn't drink like 5 grams of 16 ounces. I gotta go 32.
Okay.
I need a lot of water to dilute it, or else I start gagging. It's so bad, the chalkiness. But
yeah, I remember when I first started taking creatine, I was like, I dry scooped it for some reason. I thought, oh, it's like pre-workout. Holy crap, I almost died.
I love dry scooping.
Yeah, like pre-workout, I'll dry scoop and be like, yeah, woo. Yeah, no, nothing like that. But we'll come back to the.
But yeah, so that cop hit me, and I wanted to do wrestling that one. I started high school 3 weeks later. That fucked me up a lot because I showed up there in like elementary, middle school. I was the kind of kid where like I went to class, didn't listen to the teacher. I was being class clown, goofball. Doing what I'm getting in trouble because I just don't give a shit whatever they're saying. Yeah. I do the work in class. I do the homework in class. I don't study for the tests. I show up, get A's and B's on the test without knowing what the hell is going on. So my brain's just like go. Like, I don't know. I was just naturally very good at it. And then I go to high school 3 weeks after this accident, and I was set for like AP and honors classes as a freshman. I was like very far ahead. And I remember like I'd go into math class and there'd be a formula on the board and I'd understand it perfectly and I'd be starting the worksheet of whatever.
Yeah.
The teacher would erase that like math equation off instantly forgot. It couldn't even last 5, like my memory was just gone. My ability to retain anything I was reading was gone. I found out like a year and a half, it took so long to find doctors that could tell me anything about anything. But like a year and a half later, I find out I got this like learning issue with reading and language. Like Spanish was the worst. Reading and language, memory, I don't know, just it was like a list of things, but the memory and reading was horrible. So I didn't know that going into freshman year, and that was in 2019, and that's when I started having caffeine to like supplement to try and make up for the fact that school was all of a sudden like flipped, where it was super hard. Bro, by the time the spring of 2020 came, I was a freshman in high school. By the time that came in like February, March, I'm kind of glad COVID happened because, bro, I was like sleeping in the hallway in between class. Like my lunch period, I'd just be KO'd on the floor. Like I just fall asleep. Teachers be shaking me, yo, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm exhausted. Because I was just in this brain. Yeah, I know. It was like brain fog. It was horrible. So, yeah, I don't know. School got really rough after that accident. Then COVID happened, and then I eventually just went to being homeschooled. So that's what helped with the landscaping business. Going through high school, I wasn't stuck at school 40, 50 hours a week. I could do the school I needed to do, and then the rest of my time I could put towards whatever I wanted. So
is that how you slowly started like the business and everything?
Yeah, because when I was 16, I was a junior in high school, and I was able to drive, so I could
drive yourself.
Yeah, I could. I got a truck when I was 16. So then the spring of junior year is when like I really went for a lot more because I met the right people, and once I met the right people, they saw something in me, so they were willing to give me the opportunity. Also, I guess technically speaking, when I was a junior in high school, between this truck and this dump trailer I had gotten in December and in December of 21 and April of 2022, back when I was a junior, I went like super, and like I was like 40 grand in debt on this truck and dump trailer. As a junior in high school, I just didn't care. I was like, yeah, I'll figure out how to pay for it. So I took a lot of risk because I saw an opportunity, and then I just relentlessly went at it. And by the time I was a senior in high school, I was already living on my own. Like I moved out and things were going really well because there have been points I almost failed. There have been a lot of points where I don't know. I kept going. So
you pushed through that.
Yeah, and I guess if I was in public school, would that have happened that way? Maybe, maybe not. I just don't know if I would have had enough time to allocate towards it. So, yeah, I don't know.
That's dope.
Yeah, there's a lot there. So.
No, it's insane. I didn't know it. Like a lot of. I hardly know much about you, so that was like he. At a young age, he started his business and everything, and now how is it doing right now?
Yeah, it's good. Despite me not being able to drive or read this year, that's completely unrelated to anything else I've said. For like 17 months, I haven't been able to drive or read. I can kind of see your face nowadays. It's better. Like last year, I'd be looking at your freaking ear.
Dude.
You can't really tell anymore, but like I can't see you, right? So there's a lot of challenge because I literally have to get rides everywhere. Reading things takes forever, or I just have someone else do it. So it's hard to like delegate everything properly and manage things. But yeah, this year went really well. Actually, I got my truck paid off, and I'm going into 2026. Ideally, everything will go the way I'm looking for it to. Okay. So
are you looking to expand right now? Like getting more trucks? More guys?
Yeah.
All that?
I want to go from like 1 truck to at least 2 next spring. I would have ideally been going into that point last year in 24, but with my eyes going away in the spring of 24, with all this eyesight stuff happening, it's going to take probably 2026 is when I'll start going that direction. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we've been talking about your eyesight. Tell us what happened.
Okay. So in the mid-April of 2024, I started seeing these little spots, and they weren't like floaters that moved, but there were these little spots that were like almost inhibiting these areas of my eyesight, like just from waking up to going to bed, they were like there. Some were a little larger, some were a little smaller. But I could still drive and I could still read. And I had them for like 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, I need to go get this checked out. Like, what's going on here?
It's annoying. Like having a fuzzy in your eyes.
Yeah, I go to an optometrist who sends me to a retinal specialist. They're like, we have no idea. Go to the hospital. I go to the hospital on Monday at like maybe 2, 3 p.m. I'm driving on Monday. Okay, so I do have to be attentive with these weird spots, but I'm good. I can see the lights. I can read still, normal text size, normal text. I go there like 3 on Monday. Like, yeah, they'll check me out. I'll get home like 9 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock. I'll get home tonight. It'll be fine. Bro, I was there till Wednesday afternoon. So 2 days, right? And I see a doctor super late. It was like probably 1 in the morning on Monday. And then Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and Wednesday afternoon, they gave me the maximum legal limit of these anti-inflammatory steroids for the optic nerve, okay? So they said they would help. They did like a little MRI and a few blood tests. We have no idea what's going on. Your optic nerve's most likely inflamed. Just take a shitload of these anti-inflammatory steroids. They'll help, bro. I went from 130 to 150 in like 4 days. Like the bloating, my heart was beating wrong for like 2 months. But the worst part was on that Wednesday, I leave, right? So it's Monday, May 6th, 2024. I'm driving. Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. I walk outside. The spots go from this to huge. Like, it's just huge spots. Now, that was May 8th on Wednesday. So fast forward 3 weeks. What would that be? 29. So on Monday, May 27th, I believe that was Memorial Day. By that Monday, it has just turned into this like center blur. The spots had developed and just blurred in the center. And it was like a bad blur. But so I leave on that Wednesday, May 8th. I can't drive. I can't read. I can't see anyone's faces. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm literally just, I don't, nowadays I have an iPad. I have like these Zoom features on my phone. I'm able to set up my drivers. I'm living back at home. But when it first happened, I just have a phone. I don't even know how to like enlarge the text size on it. So I can't read anything. I'm living in McHenry and I can't like, so I'm staying. I can't drive back and forth. It was a mess. And it was the peak of my landscaping season. So the whole thing tanked. You know, my girlfriend of like a little over 3 years and we broke up in February. Yeah, so, yeah, so you were around for that. Yeah, I was pretty upset. And so we break up. So I go into 2024. I'm jumping all over the place, but to try and summarize this up, I go into 2024. I'm staying in my own little place. I got this girlfriend of 3 years. I have this that black dump truck you probably saw back at the MMA. I got a paid off dump truck. I'm living on my own. Girlfriend, 2024 is my year. That's how I went into it, right? Yeah. Bro, my lease ended at the end of May. So in February, me and the chick break up. April, I see these spots. May, I can't read or drive or see anything. End of May, my lease ends. So now it's June, right? My lease ended at the end of May. I moved back home. It was actually on Memorial Day. I moved back home. So all the doctors think it's this thing called Leber's, a genetic disease. I'm like, dude, this ain't genetic. Like, that's just not in my cards. I don't have some genetic thing.
Do you think the medicine that they gave you?
I think it's sped up the process.
Okay.
You know, I think it'd be ignorant to say that caused it because it was already there. Something was already happening.
So it just made it worse.
I think it just flipped it overnight. Just overnight. My whole life's just tanked.
Shit.
Yeah, it went to shit. Whatever, right? So I do what I do. Ironically, I kept working in May and by mid-June, I was done. I was just fucked up. But I kept trying to do everything I could because I still had a lot of jobs already scheduled. I still had guys that were working for me. I just had them drive. You know, a lot of them were good friends of mine, so they took care of me the best they could. So it's not like I really got anywhere, but I didn't go straight to zero because even with everything falling apart, I was like, well, what am I going to do? Stop working? It's gay. I'm not going to stop working. Yeah. So I kept working because I'm not gay. Yeah. There's no reason to have excuses to not work, right? Like, it's fine. So, but I go see the head neuro-ophthalmologist in downtown Chicago, Northwestern. The top lady there literally would like, she's booked months out and she's like opening up a little 30-minute hour time slot during her lunch to see me because she's like, I'm like some 1 in 10,000 case or whatever, like unseen. They don't get, I'm 18 at the time. They don't get what's going on. She goes to see me. It's probably labor, is a genetic thing. I'm like, it's not, but we can check that. That test takes like 2-3 weeks to come back. We get a call on a Monday in June. I don't remember the date. It was a Monday. And they're like, it's not genetic. Get to the hospital right now. We're direct admitting you straight in. I go 30, 40, 50 vials of blood, every MRI, head to toe, and every CT. Bro, they did a spinal tap on me a week. My birthday's June 23rd, right? So I'm in there like June 15, June 18. So they do a spinal tap on me like 5 days before my birthday or a week before my birthday. They said, look, it'll take 20, maybe 30 minutes. We're going to get 4 vials of spinal fluid in and out. You're going to be a little sore, whatever. Bro, they had a resident do it. I didn't realize because I can't fucking see. Yeah. Okay? They have a resident do it. Bro, they have a huge tray of lidocaine, enough to probably knock a fucking horse out. They're jacking me up on all the lidocaine because I need a shitload of it to try and numb me out. My body like just takes that stuff. It doesn't work on me. And bro, they had a resident do it. They were sending this needle up and down my spine from my ass crack all the way to like up here for an hour. Like a straight hour. Bro, and they got like a vial and a half. They didn't get 4. They got a vial and a half. And they were like 50 minutes in, they're going to get another tray of lidocaine. I'm like, nah, take it out. I'm done. I was curled up in a ball for like a day. And then 2 days later, I start getting these spinal tap headaches. So to summarize, 6 months after going into 2024, right? I'm on top of the truck, girl, my own place. Let's go. Like I'm ready. I'm 18. I'm ready to take on everything. For an 18-year-old, I was blessed. But I was way too far in life. So I think God humbled me and brought me back down to earth. But bro, 6 months later, I'm sleeping in the shitty basement. There's the AC's running so hard that water's dripping on my head while I'm sleeping. There's fucking spiders and bugs down there because no one's lived down there for a while. So I'm living on my own. My girl's gone. My business is to shit. I got the spinal tap headaches. I'm fat now because I gained 20 pounds in like a week from the spinal tap. My heart's not working. I'm fat. I can't read. I can't drive. I don't know what the hell is going on. My girl's gone. Business is in shambles. Ooh. I got no bread. I got nothing. So that's it was a tough situation. Yeah, that was a pretty low in the summer of 24. That was the first time in a long time where I had no desire to work. I was going on walks around my neighborhood because regardless of my sight, I could. I was just waking up to see the sun come up as best I could and see it go down the best I could. I go to the beach and tan a lot. I don't know. It was all I could do at the time. So I was like, well, this is better than nothing. But yeah, it was a weird period. I started to get out of that because I run firewood in the fall. I stack firewood. I bring firewood across Chicagoland and I stack the firewood. Mm-hmm. So in the fall, I didn't want to lose that like business opportunity and connection with the people I do that with. And they're very loving, caring guys. So they were they did everything they could to make it a little simpler for me. But regardless of all that, I still had the same job I've been doing for years, the same task, the same thing that needed to be done to a perfected level. And despite my eyes, I just found people that could drive me 6 days a week. I have a really good friend of mine, Christian, who really came through for that in the fall. And despite me not making as much from it and it really sucking, really being hard, dude, I have an iPad to my face like this, zoomed. I'm like trying to read. So I'm still calling the customers. I'm still going to stack the wood. That kind of forced me to at least do something with every day. So I started doing that. And then a good friend of mine, Kaiser, invited me to Lifetime where they have a cold tub. And I went in that cold tub in November. I still remember this. It was a Sunday. It was like a Sunday evening. I went to that cold tub and I go in it and I sit in it for 5 minutes. Most people like ease into that stuff, right? The first time, like, it's the first time I've ever done it.
Toes in there. They're like, oh,
bro,
not for me, not for me.
Bro, 5 minutes, 2 rounds, first time. Like, I don't need a BSer, right? I saw him doing it and I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. So why am I going to be a bitch and not do something that someone else can do? So first time I ever went in there, 5 minute cold tub, walked in, dunked my head, sat up to my collarbone, walked out, whatever, sauna, go back in again, 5 minutes. And I see the blur, it was breaking apart a little bit in the cold tub. This is cool. You haven't heard me bring this up. I think it has to do with something with like the blood flow leaving my body temp's dropping. It's all going up to my brain. Maybe it's like a boosted blood flow or like lowering inflammation so that the blur was like spotting apart a little bit every time I go in the cold tub. Bro, they had like some month-long waiting list to sign up. I'm signed up Monday. I'm there Sunday, cold tub, love it, signed up Monday. So then my mom and I would wake up at like 4 or 5 last fall, and then we drive to Lifetime and I just go do cold tubs and saunas. I hadn't worked out for a long time. I started getting into that maybe in like January again, because I've been working out a long time. I love the gym. Love the gym,
We
but
can tell, bro.
Huh?
We can tell.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Bro, I was hitting arms before I came here. This is so good. I just signed one of my guys, Caleb, up at Warehouse because he did really good on our last project. So I was like, hey, the first few months I'll cover it because I want him to drive me there and I want him to be able to. He loves the gym too. So, but yeah, okay. So I guess I'm going on a tangent, but that's what happened with my eyes. So spring, it all falls apart. Summer, I'm in like this Great Depression. It's not good. And then in the fall, I start doing the wood. November, it was like mid-November, I signed up to Lifetime. That starts helping. I signed back up at Warehouse, I think like mid-December, because I switched drivers to this other guy, Logan, and he went to Warehouse. So every day at the end of our firewood day, he would drive me to Warehouse. So then I had a driver to Lifetime with my mom. I had a driver to Warehouse with him. And then a good friend of mine, Landon, would drive me there too in like January, February, March. So then I started working out again. Despite my eyes, it's like, okay. It was funny because I couldn't like read the weight I was lifting. So I just like put the pin on something and start cranking or whatever. Just grab weight that felt good. And normally I like lift like tracking the reps and the weight. I threw all that out the toilet. Now I just throw weight around.
As long as I can carry it, dude, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, let's get... Yeah. So, that's... And then in the... So that was 2024 going into 5 in the winter. And... I'd say like January, February, so maybe about 8 months after this all happened, I got these brainwear glasses. This was the only person that has any clue, right? There's this neuro-optometrist in Northbrook that I found in August. She gave me these brainwear glasses. Now, they don't actually change anything retinally. They're changing stuff in my brain. The nerve endings, the brain connections, eyes to brain, that are intaking light and processing information, it's trying to open up different wavelengths, like different connection canals through sound and sight and like feeling and color, all these weird things that are like slowly minimizing and shrinking the blur. So last summer at the worst, I was probably like 20 over 500, 20 over 800 eyesight. So something you could see 50 feet away, I need to be like 2 feet to see it. So you see 50 feet out that way, I need to be 2 feet. Like I need to be next to the tree to know the tree's even there. Because I still had some peripheral where I could like function, like shower and eat food, but I had no idea what I was eating. I had no idea which bottle's the shampoo or which one's the conditioner. I don't know. These glasses started to really improve it. I got those in August, so maybe about 4 months later, come January or so, I start to really see improvement. I met this girl. Right now it's the end of September in 2025. I met this girl in the middle of February 2025. I think having her around, she's great. Honestly, I love that girl. She's amazing. She knows who she is. We got our nicknames and stuff. When she first met me, she was the first girl ever to be like, honestly, the first person. I was so unfazed by my eyes going away. I never showed any worry or any care. I was like, look, there's 2 scenarios, right? My eyes are temporarily gone. So they'll eventually come back. And this is just a really cool story. And I'm still on that trajectory. It's been 17 months. I don't care. It's taking a lot of patience. Some people close to me, it pisses me off. I can't drive. But, patience, it's slowly coming back. They're either temporarily gone, it's a cool story, or if they're permanently gone, then this is my life now, and this is what I gotta handle. Why would I let that stop me from anything I want to do? Like, any goals I still have, what can I still do? What do I still want to do? Like, let's just keep going. So I was like, well, that's the best case scenario. So I'm not going to bitch out and say my circumstances affect who I'm going to be. So I was never fazed by it at all. I was very unfazed by the whole thing. Everyone was freaked out. Like, my mentor was making jokes like, this guy's never given a shit about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Like, they're going to come back anyway. It's God's plan. So it's fine. Exactly. But this girl, like, she was like, what do you mean you can't see? Like, it bothered her to say, she was like, what? Because the night I met her, I played it off for like 4 cool hours that I could see. So, dude, it took everything in me, bro. I was like praying to God. I'm looking at her eyes, right? Because I'm looking at everyone's ears and like their foreheads. And I'm just acting like I'm like just not in the...
Everything's just normal.
Yeah, so And at the end of the night, when it was time to say our goodbyes, I was like, bye, check this out. I can't see. She's like, what? You know, she told me months later, she was like, yeah, I went and told my mom that night. And I was crying like this kid can't see. And it like, you know, she stuck with me, driving me everywhere. She'd bring me like foods I love. We'd laugh. We'd go on walks. We would talk about everything. Our beliefs and our values and our foresight for the future, everything aligns very well, right? We have disagreements on minor things. Very honest, loyal girl. I've, you know, never once has she even come close to me thinking she's ever bullshit or lied. Most girls lie nowadays, right? It's the tough reality. Never once have I ever seen. So I found a lot of happiness from that, honestly. Like, and I think
that helped heal you.
Yeah, and you know, even when I was looking at her, she told me that for the first couple months, like, I'd be looking at her ear all the time, unless I was very up close. Like, it's just, you could tell. But she said, she's always said, my eyes are going to come back. And she liked me, so she knew they'd come back, so she didn't care. So she was great. Met her in February. Mid-March, I start prepping. Well, I started prepping about mid-January, but mid-March, I start going into the landscaping season. It was a bloodbath to start, to try and do all this again, not being able to drive or see. It was a mess. So many things with projects I couldn't even see. So I had to figure out who I could trust and who I couldn't trust, who was reliable, unreliable, and just who I needed on my team and who didn't work. I went through so many people so fast in the spring, just weeding through them all. I had crews of like 6 dudes, and one day it was like 2, and then it's 4, and knew this guy, and a few of them stuck it out till the end of the season. Some say, but yeah, and then I ended up just saving enough to pay off the truck I'm running, and then yeah, I have 2 guys that are gonna do the firewood with me this season, and one of them has a truck, and one of them wants to get a truck. So ideally, the fall is gonna go well. We'll ride out the winter, and then going into next spring in 2026, that's where ideally my eyes. I got news about a month ago in mid-August, and my eyes are now 20/70. So first it was 2500, then it's like, oh, bet I'm at 2200, and then it was 2150 a couple months later, then it's 2125, and I'm hovering at 2100, 2150, and then I finally broke past that. Now it's about the amount of information my eyes have to intake, right? So my if you put like the 5 letters on the screen for that eye test where they have it like 20 feet away or whatever.
Can you read this line or that line? Or
yeah, that whole thing. I got 20/70 about a month ago. So that's street legal to drive, but I'm not street safe.
No.
So, I'm not, like, you can put me in the truck. I'll drive around. I'm not going to see that light turn red. I'm not on the streets yet. I'm legal to. If I was ever in a jiffy and I had to try and pull it off,
you're able to.
I'm legally allowed to, right? So I'm good, but I'm not safe enough because the light's very small and sometimes they're far away. Cars are moving too fast. Blinkers. There could be a pedestrian stopping. So I'm not driving it. But yeah, if you only put 1 letter on that screen, not 5, you put 1 letter on the screen, I can hyper focus little pieces of my central eyesight where the blur is weakening a lot more and shrinking. And I can hyper focus, and I got to 2025, right? So I was like, oh, okay. Okay. I've been saying it's been there. It's still there. Proof. That was about a month ago. So now I'm really like just pushing however I can for it to come back. Because if there's one small piece of information my eyes are intaking, I can focus on it, the eyesight's back there. So it just needs to get retrained to come back. Why did it go away? I mean, there's a lot of things about that. I wasn't taking good care of myself those 2-3 months. Between me and this girl breaking up after 3 years in February and then April. Now, I also had a double vision issue when I was 16. The long story, I woke up from a nap on a Monday. Yeah. I get in my truck, seeing double of everything. Like, imagine being cross-eyed. I was freaking the fuck out. I was 16. Like, why the fuck am I seeing double of everything?
Do you know why that happened?
Nope.
Like
nope.
Randomly?
See, here's the thing. That happened 2 years after the accident, and the eye thing happened like 5 years, 5.5 years later. So all the doctors, like, it's been too long. But then you go find any holistic person or just anyone that, like, would have typical sense of, like, you should have died, you had a major TBI, who knows what could have been slowly building up over 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Did it damage to the point where as you're growing that it's not developing with you and it's like causing all these issues?
Right. From my eyesight going away, I met a nutritionist where I learned from this book I was listening to where the brain needs a very a very stable environment in terms of sleeping and exercising and eating and these sorts of things, so that it can rebuild and reconnect and repair the brain cells and everything. When the cop hit me when I was 14, I didn't know any better, and I started high school 3 weeks later, slamming caffeine. I'm not eating that well. I didn't really care. I didn't, and no one told me anything. I didn't find this stuff out till 4 or 5 years later. I guess, yeah, but I mean, to take some accountability, even as a 14, 15-year-old, maybe I should have been looking into that. But like, no one in my circle had ever had something like that, or then they had learned it. I had no source to even consider the realm of learning it. And most people don't know these things, right? They don't know that when you hit your head hard, like, you need to be sleeping at certain times. You need to be eating in certain ways at certain times. You need to be exercising in certain ways at certain times of the day. You need to have
to help your brain heal up a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand these things. Implementing that realm of discipline is not easy for me. You know, as much of an overachiever as I am, I thrive in chaotic scenarios. The more pressure, the more chaos, the more every hour is different, I thrive. There's chaos and order, right? If you go too far into chaos, it's hell. If you go too far into order, it's hell. So you have to find a balance, but I'm nowhere on the order side. I struggle so much to keep a regimented schedule. Now I miss it because now I can't drive, so I'm not on my own time. I have to be on everyone else's time. When do you drive here? When do you drive here? When do you want to go? When do you want to leave? I have to be like that with everything, with everyone. So I miss being able to operate relatively on my own time schedule, but having a daily routine, I'm horrible at it, bro.
You're cool.
Horrible. Only routine I have is the gym. Make it there. That's my routine.
Yeah. I mean, good thing it's like close to you. So.
I got 3 gyms. I got memberships. Yeah, Lifetime, Edge, Warhouse. And when I can see again, I want to come back to One Touch too. I want to do all 4. Might quit Edge maybe. I don't know. But Edge is like $15 a month, so I really don't care.
I heard there's a new one coming out, Vortex, something like that. The name could be wrong, but yeah, it's right next to where Burlington Coat Factory was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe that takes out Edge. Who knows? But everything looks exactly the same as Edge.
Yeah. Well, if it does, I guess I'm switching.
Yeah.
Unless they're like $30 a month, then I'm not going.
I don't know if it's true, but they might have a cold tub and then a hot tub.
You know, I swear every gym that's opened or been opening, people said Warhouse is going to have a sauna. People say Lifetime and Algonquin's going to have a cold tub. I don't know. People it's telephone. It's telephone. One guy says something, and it
just built up. Oh, they're going to have a studio or something.
You can't really care what all this external shit's a waste of time. Like, it's...
If it does, it does.
Yeah, do what you're gonna do. What's the world doing? Cool. I'm gonna stay doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way that I see it. Like, there's so much bad out there. There's all this shit going on, but like, is it? I could be, just blowing it off, like, and maybe it might catch up to me. But right now, I'm focusing on what I want to accomplish, and like, if that fucking just gets in my way, then I'll deal with it then.
Yeah.
But right now, like, it doesn't fucking affect me in any way. I'm not going to let it take space in my head and just be constantly worried about it. I'm going to get whatever I need to fucking do and get it done.
Yeah, and I'm human, so I still, obviously, I'm not perfect. I still, sometimes my energy bleeds out on things that's a waste. But it's about reflecting and reviewing and continuing to grow towards that ideal person you want to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, there's no sense in giving a shit. Like, it's like... Because, I mean, I feel like in a religious sense, there are right and wrong. But you can interpret anything in a good or bad way. Yeah. So just interpret everything in a good... Bro, there's so many things about my eyes going away 17 months ago. And me moving back home. And my girl leaving me. And my business falling apart. And everything that I have to do from... waking up to sleeping being more difficult to do. I don't know. I just find the blessing and the good in all of it. Because when my eyes are fully back, my mentor said this a couple times to a couple people when we've talked about it when he's been around. Bro, when my eyes are fully back, it'll be like winning the lottery. It'll be like having your legs chopped off and then someone gave you brand new legs, like, here, walk again. Like, when I can see again, what can possibly stop me at that point? I'm already not letting things like stop me. I might get slowed down, like the systems being put in place and the processes of things happening might be slower, but like, and that's internal, right? Like the external shit, like it's crazy to me when I hear someone say something like, yeah, I can't gain weight because my parents don't buy the right food, or yeah, I can't get big because I can't drive to the gym, or I
Or I
can't
don't have
afford
time. Like just
Yeah.
these small, minute, fucking stupid excuses that that's what they allow them. That's what they allow to stop them from doing what they need to do.
You know, but I call it choices. I wouldn't even call it an excuse. I call it a choice. People aren't making excuses. They're making they're making conscious verbal decisions, right? It's not even unconscious internal. It's not even the billions of unconscious things happening internally. It's not even a conscious thought that they won't speak. Like people are so far down in their mind that they will consciously speak negatively on themselves and curse their own reality to weaken themselves. But people love it. Like they're addicted to it. It's the best. Bro,
From songs to whatever's on social media, like everything is like fed to them, and they'll talk bad about themselves. And I used to be that way. I always said, "Oh, I'm stupid. I can't do it because I was never good at school or whatever." Like, who gives a fuck? I'm smart. I believe in myself. I know I can do it, and I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah.
I might fail a couple times, but I'll freaking learn through those failures and push through it.
and I think failure is necessary anyways. Like you should suck at what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like if you don't suck at what you're doing, if it's not hard at first, like why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Because like there's this example. I tell Kieran this all the time. I love telling him about this study. It's something I heard Alex Harmozy say. There was a college class, this pottery class or something, and half the class was told, we want to make the best, most perfect pottery piece, right? We just need one. You know where I'm going with this? You just need one for the whole semester. And class B, the other half, was told, we need to see as many as you can possibly make by the end of the semester. Your goal is to just try it again and again and again. Just make them over and over again. I don't care how good they are, but keep making them. As many as you possibly can. And the half that just made as many as they could, where every day they woke up, they had a goal, and they did it over and over and over again. It might have sucked. It might have been great. They just kept trying to make it better and better and better and better from wherever they started at. 10 times better than the ones that just tried to do it once, right? So these people that like think things should like come easy to them, or like they'll try it once or twice and be like, oh, I'm not good at it, I fail.
It's not for me.
I don't know, like you have your skill sets and your strengths and your weaknesses and all these things. Like the world's not going to change for you. You have to change for the world to change.
The world around you. So
yeah, like the world changes based. Bro, when I got jacked, the way people started, because I'm 5'3" and 3/8. Yeah. Tiny.
You're short king, bro.
I'm built tiny. Like tiny. I'm a little midget. Midget Merc. Okay. Yeah. With a muzzy too, mustache. Yeah. So, but when I got like swole, like maybe like 16 and a half, I started gaining some muscle like 16. 17, I got like really, I got a lot of muscle. I haven't really changed weight at all. I just got bigger. I don't know. Got bigger and stronger, and I'm still 130 or 140 or whatever. Nice. Bro, the world started like treating me differently. Just when I go play, like there's just a natural respect from people when I got jacked. And I was like, oh, so the world treats you based on how they perceive you and who you are internally.
How you perceive yourself as
well. Yeah, how do I perceive myself? How do I walk in a room? Who am I internally? Okay, the world's going to match that because you will attract what you internally are. That wavelength, that life experience, like the life you experience, the reality you live in, the paradigms you have, the perceptions of everything will all come internally, and then the external follows. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
When we were talking about, what was it? Trying to perfect something, like try to make the perfect face or whatever.
It don't fucking matter.
There's this quote that I heard recently that just kind of like, yeah, that's so fucking true. It is, perfection is an excuse for insecurity or something like that. Like you're so insecure that you're trying to make it perfect just so it covers up that you're insecure.
Yeah, and I've definitely had that in my life when I was younger. I still to this day, losing my eyes broke down this whole perfectionist paradigm of mine.
Yeah.
But you know, growing up, I wanted everything. I wanted to do everything perfectly. I remember I was like 8 years old the first time I got a C. I like cried because I was such a like just everything done perfect and done right. And I still am wired like that way because I guess I suppose I am like the boss of what I do. So things can't, you have to hold a standard. Yeah. But yeah, I think that if you're fully secure, insecure, I'd say more confidence. If you're confident in what you're doing, regardless of security or insecurity, right? There's a lot of things about me, especially when like, you think I'm secure and trying to look at someone and talk to someone? Like, I don't know if I'm even looking at you. Like, I was at a coffee truck this morning, and like, even to this day, I still put the best smile I can on. I still greet people as shoulders back, head high. I'm not secure in myself too much that I'm looking at you, right? Like, I might be looking at my eyes. Who knows? Are they crossing? They were definitely crossing last year. But like, I just have to be confident in who I am and what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you're not confident in who you are or what you're doing, there's something you're not putting attention towards that you should be.
Yeah, there's something internally that you're just trying to suppress so much that it's actually doing the opposite, and it's being brought out in like everything that you do.
Yeah.
The way you talk, the way you conversate with people, all that. So.
Bro, the negative things inside of you, if you started waking up early, seeing the sun come up, you're getting your mind right, and then you're getting your body right, like, and you're eating well, like, just the basics. Now, for me, I don't quite need every piece of the puzzle to be on the route I'm on, but I'll tell you, if I'm sleeping in, not lifting, and not eating well, even me, bro, I am so not like, I am just unrecognized. People are like, what is wrong with you? Like,
there's something's off about Anthony that we need to fix it or something.
Yeah, like,
do you get cranky, or is it like?
No, the world turns gray. The world loses its color. That's the way I've always described it. Like, if I like get off caffeine, for example, right? Because chronically caffeinated. I am chronically caffeinated. Chronically. It's bad. It's bad. I remember at like my peak back in like the beginning of 24 hours, dude, I was double dry scooping the 400s.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I like drink it with coffee.
Damn.
I was saying like gram and a half a day.
How's your liver?
Bro, I'm healthy as shit, bro. I found out from all those tests. I'm healthy.
Damn.
I'm
maybe there's something to it. All that caffeine is kind of like boosting your immune system, everything. Who knows? You might be onto something.
Yeah, I don't know, but definitely overdoing it. Yeah. Right nowadays, I've been good for about a month and a half. I've been good.
Have you tried any nootropics? Anything with mushrooms? Anything like that?
No. What do you mean mushroom? Not like shrooms.
No, not shrooms, but like what is it called? Lion's mane, Rashini, all those.
No, because I just don't know where a good source would be to get the. I don't see a point in doing it if it's just some ad online, because it's probably not the right quality anyways.
The one thing that I have heard is I think lion's mane helps create new neural pathways and everything, so it's good for focus and memory.
Yeah, maybe I should take that stuff. I just need to find the right supplier, because a good
supplement that's not just bullshit.
Yeah, you can show if you got a link or something. I'll order some tonight.
I'll look it up.
Because I one thing about me with, I guess, what I put in my body that kind of helps me stay in better shape is if I'm eating bad, I'm eating bad. But if I'm eating good, if I'm eating at home, if there are things I'm taking care of, I don't half-ass it at all. So I live in extremes, like everything I do. So like living a very stable middle line, I'm not good at that at all. I've never been good at that. I'm extreme. So I'll either be McDonald's, I call it 3Ds. Don's, Domino's, Dunkin'. Right? Wake up. Large iced coffee. Bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. Hash browns. 2 donuts. Apple fritter. Or I'll go to McDonald's. 3 hotcakes. sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, 2 hash browns, burritos. Bro, I remember back in 2023, I ate McDonald's breakfast like 12 weeks. Every morning, I go there, 2 large iced coffees. I buy 2 of them. 1 vanilla, 1 caramel.
Oh, yeah.
I get like 2 McGriddles, 2 McMuffins, 2 hash. Bro, 2,000 calories straight to my gut. 5:30, 6 a.m. I'm moving. Okay. Lunch, 20 McNuggets, 2 bro. I used to buy one get one free sandwich. Bro, I probably ate McDonald's like 20 times a week back in 2023, and that's when I was the most successful. Bro, nonstop McDonald's. Let me get a Domino's pizza. Eat half that right now, half for breakfast. Whatever. Dunkin'. So it's not good, but I don't know. I just feel really good doing it. I don't look bad. I got a 6-pack. Arms are huge. Like, I'm good.
You're just a strange specimen.
That's what Kieran says. He's like, the Dons. I don't know. Maybe it's because they put like steroids in the cows. Maybe I'm eating some. I don't know.
Maybe.
But if I do eat clean for like 2 weeks, maybe I never really make it past 2, 3, 4 weeks before some. Because the second I start eating a little bad, it snowballs out. Like, I do yo-yo with that. So, but if I am doing that, I'm eating organic, clean food. I'm taking very clean supplements. I'm doing everything very, very right. If I'm eating at home, it's good stuff. I don't half-ass any of that. So like with lion's mane or whatever, I would do it if I could find the right supplier. I've never taken the time to like look into that.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been messing around a lot with that. I don't say messing, but trying to test it because for my memory, it's just shit, dude. People will like say hi to me and tell me their names, and like the moment I turn around, they're like, I forgot what their name was.
I know I'm not good with names.
No, yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one because it's sometimes it's bad. Or at work they'll tell me, okay, you need to do this, and this, and I'll be doing this, and then I jump to this, and then I go over here and do this, and I won't finish this. I'm like, oh wait, no shit, I need to go back and do this. But it's for honestly the moment I got divorced, just like my fucking brain just went to shit. Like my whole world was like,
yeah, because spiritually, internally, you are
I'm just disconnected with everything.
Yeah, no,
100%. Trying to find myself again, figure out what my purpose is, slowly building and like failing and learning with all my failures. But now I'm just like, I need to go all in on what I truly believe.
Because if you're not going to go all in on it, why are you doing it? That's the way I live, right? Like, if I'm doing something with a goal, I want to get a certain result, or whatever I'm doing, like go all in on it so that you can get the full effect. I even say that for bad things too, honestly, because like, if you're going to kind of do bad stuff, just own it. It's bad advice. Don't do this if you're listening. Okay, I'm advising you not to do it.
Listen to him.
Do not listen to me unless you want to. Hear me out.
Okay, we're listening.
You dig yourself in a trench, right? There's this guy like a month ago, and I gave him this advice, and he listened to me, and he called like 2.5 weeks later, like, it worked. I need to stop. He's like, yeah, I'm not happy with how my life is, but like I don't really feel like any desire to like change. I'm like, really, you don't? He's like, yeah, I do something. Like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Most people, some days they don't like Netflix, video games, TikTok, being fat, out of shape, looking in the mirror, being sad, no loyal, loving friend, whatever. Some days it bothers them. Some days they're chilling, right? Here's what I told him. I said, look, if you truly think it doesn't bother you the way you're living, I was like, sleep in, play a shit ton of video game, eat trash, go fucking jerk off if that's what you do. Go jerk off, sleep in, eat horrible food, don't go to the gym, play a bunch of video games, right? Do everything wrong. Do it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. See how you feel. Just literally stop giving a shit about. He called me 2-3 weeks later. He's like, bro, I fucking hate this. He's like, I'm gonna do it like 5 more. Bro, you're so right. I never want to live this way again. If this is...
You need to experience it to be able to find fucking
because honestly, like, I truly, I don't know if I'll ever be the type... Maybe there's some paradigm in my mind that needs to change. But just based on knowing who I am, the food thing really doesn't bother me. Most things in my life not being done properly really upset me and bother me. They get to me. I need to do the right
They
things.
need to be in a certain way.
Yeah, like I got things A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Do it all, right? But the food, I know, like it just doesn't really get to me that much. I feel
What if it doesn't get to you right now, but like say when you hit 30, it starts accumulating and all that bad food, all that shit, just like
yeah. Then I definitely would need to pivot,
around.
bro. If I ever lose my 6-pack, I'm eating clean.
Okay.
I've never lost a 6. I've always had that. I'm good.
Really?
Yeah, I've never like gotten to a weight where I don't. Sometimes I guess if I had like a little 4-pack, but once those bottom 2 start going away, I'm like, okay, hold on.
Okay, something needs to
I'm like, all right, maybe I'll get like 1 quarter pounder, not 2.
okay.
Maybe I'll go work on an extra 30. It's unfair. It's fucked up. I'm genetically blessed. My dad is 53. I swear he almost had a 6-pack this summer, like 2-3 years ago. It's like 50 or 48, maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Bro, dude is Red Bulls, cigarettes, gas station candy, and beef jerky and chips. Puts more cream and sugar in his coffee than actual coffee, right? So cream, sugar, Red Bull, cigarettes, gas station. Eats 5-10 cookies with a big jar of milk every night. Dude has a 6-pack and he's like 50 years old. Like, I'm telling you, everyone says genetic this, genetic that. God brought me from 6 foot to 5'3", but I might be short, but I'm good. Like, it's a trade-off. Because if I had these genetics at 6 foot, it'd be done. It'd be wraps, bro. If I was 6 foot with 6'3", with these genetics, with my dad's genetics, it'd be over. Yeah. God made us little leprechaun. I'm Irish. I'm a little leprechaun. I get lucky. Right?
Hey, maybe that's why you're lucky, bro.
I call myself lucky, so I am lucky. There's a study on that. People that say they're lucky are just naturally lucky. Because you can say I'm unlucky from it. I say I'm lucky. I'm lucky this, lucky that, lucky that. And overall, I'm lucky.
I always say I'm blessed. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. As long things could be going to shit, but like I'm alive. I can still move. I can still talk. I'll push through it. Like sometimes I have a really shitty week. I'm like, fuck. I really needed this so I can next week fully grind out. Remember how I felt that week, and just fucking go all in.
See, I struggle to look at things from a lens where I have to push through. This is weird, but I almost look at it like I have to stay in a gratitude state where I'm grateful for it. If I have to push through things, it takes me so much more energy than if I'm just like, look, like I can be grateful for the fact that this is the opportunity that I get to do these things. And there are versions of me and there are versions of other people out there that quit in this moment, that stop, that slow down. So like, I just need to keep stampeding. It's not even like a pushing, like, I don't know. I've been in that zone where I gotta like push through, and I'll do it when I'm in that zone, but I hate being in that zone. I try and avoid it. I don't like feeling like I have to push through things. I want to just constantly feel like, yeah, if I'm at this point, most people have quit, and the ones that are left want to quit or will probably quit. So this is where it really matters to keep going, because I'm almost to where I want to be most of the time. Or maybe I'm not, but like this is like another stepping stone. Yeah.
Like you just have to keep
There's another stepping stone right now. So let me just boom, boom, boom right through it. I try not to let it hold too much mental weight, because I know most people, like you said, this isn't a diss to you, but like pushing through, I really try and avoid that. I don't like being that kind of person internally. I try and avoid it. I think a lot of people should, or else everyone gets stuck in this like whole pity thing where they're going through the grind, and then at the end of the day or during it, they start wallowing in their struggles and challenges, and like, I don't know, maybe they're looking for sympathy. So what's that word?
Sympathy.
Sympathy. Oh. Yeah, I don't even know the word.
Yeah, no, don't worry, dude.
I don't need fucking sympathy. Yeah. Bro, if someone gives me a compliment, it makes my day, because I don't get. I do. People are like, yeah, great. Well, but honestly, I swear to you, like the amount of underplay on the fact I do what I do with my eyes being the way they are, it's mind-boggling. Like my girl being around for the last 6-7 months. That's not a joke, because I know what's going on right now. I've known her 6-7 months.
I still don't understand what the.
I don't know. I haven't had TikTok in like 4 years, bro. I stay off that shit.
I unfortunately have to be on it, but yeah.
There's something 6-7 going on. I don't know what the hell it's about.
Somebody out there, leave it in the comments, please. What the heck is 6'7"? Kieran all the time, 6'7", 6'7". I'm like, dude, I'm gonna
I don't know. It's just a bunch of gay shit, bro.
You.
I don't know why everyone has time for TikTok, but I guess it's fine.
I mean, unless it's your job, then go for it.
No, it's good if you're producing, but consuming, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like there's just stuff I want to do. Like my girl and I don't watch Netflix. Like there's stuff we're doing. Like I don't have the attention span for like Netflix. Like this shit's boring. It's all boring. Anyways, she 6-7 months now. She's known me, and she like sees how people react to my eyes or how people make jokes about it. Like, bro, my friends have been. I guess that's how you know they're real friends, bro. They've been trolling me from day one. Like, I can't see you 2 feet. I'm calling you Kieran, and I'm calling Kieran and Johnny from 2 feet away. Bro, I swear you can see, bro. Like, you gotta stop trying to trick us like you can't. I'm like, bro. I'm like going home 2 hours later, like bugs crawling on me in the basement 2 hours ago. My friend's like, bro, you can see. Stop messing with us. I'm like, bro. I can't see shit. But like
you just want us to drive you around, bro.
Yeah, literally. It's like, no, I really don't. Like, I want to be able to be on my time. But okay, like you have no. I used to get so crazy when things weren't on my time, and now I've learned to accept. Right, another blessing in disguise here. Like
trying to teach you some patience.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of that. I'm not the best at it, but I've learned a lot of it. So, no, but the amount of underplay on like the struggle or the grind of my bro, I was messaging. I remember back in March when I made some advertisements, I was messaging like 50, 100 people a day when those ads dropped and I was getting attention on my iPad reading like this. Bro, what you could do in 5 minutes would take me 20 or 25, and I would literally be up until like 2 or 3 a.m. reading this shit because it's all I could do. And then I'd be up at like 6 to go do what I had to do with the crew. Like, I don't need to like grind through or struggle. Like, I guess sometimes... And if I ever bring up to people, like, it's so unlike my character that if I ever bring up anything that annoys me or frustrates me, like, no one around me even really gets, like, how to, like, I don't know. I almost come off like maybe I feel like I'm complaining if I ever bring up a single struggle or anything. Like, there's just no sense to, because no one really cares anyways. Yeah. No one cares.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, shut the fuck up. Yeah.
I don't know, like, to an extent, it's like, well, can I help you somehow, some way? Because I like to try and care for the people in my life. But then it's like I love hearing if people are having difficult things go on in their lives, if they're the type that's doing it still. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's difficult.
Like, all this shit's going bad, but I'm still pushing through.
Because that motivates me. No. I feel like I'm probably more the center of that for the people around me, because I don't typically get much of that energy back. But I suppose I'm always real about what's easy and hard for me and like what's going on in my life with the people around me. So they always tell me like it's very motivational or inspirational or whatever. Because they're like, I don't know how you do what you do, this, that. I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, so I just do it, man.
Yeah, what else are you supposed to do?
I'm like Nike over here. Just do it. Straight up.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah. So I don't know. That's I guess we're kind of bouncing around all over the place with all this.
It's some good stuff, though. Some really good stuff.
Just kind of venting my brain, I guess. I got a weird brain up here.
Dude, all same here. Like, I'll go from one topic or whatever, and then I'll slightly get off topic, and we'll just cook on that topic. But, I mean, it's some good shit. Like, you can complain all you want. Just get shit done. Like, oh, boo-hoo.
Well, yeah, the world's in your control at the end. Like, your life's in your hands.
Everything that happens around you is either because you want to be there or you're too fucking lazy to change it.
Something happens once, right? Mm-hmm. That's okay. But once you do it a second time and a third time and a fourth time, you're choosing to put yourself into these like you're making that choice to screw up your own life. Like, I don't know. Like, but just at least own it is all I say. Like the things I do that aren't the best for me, which no, I'm not drinking or like I don't touch weed. Like, that stuff doesn't make any sense. I don't know why anyone smokes weed. I like that my brain never stops. I don't want to slow it down or stop it.
It would be like in a numb state.
But the minor things I do that aren't good for me, those things I fully own though. I don't try and blame anything or put it somewhere or like try to
sugarcoat it. Be like,
yeah, I was just be real about it. We're human. We're not perfect. Like there's gonna be things that we do that we shouldn't do, or things that we should do that we don't do. You know, and
that's the man. That's what we need to do. Like own your mistakes. Say, don't try to hide it. Don't try to be like, oh, it's because of this or this person made me do it. It's like, no, you have free will. You chose to do it. Someone had a beer in their hand.
But you
took it.
But you have no control, and you have no power over your own life and your own self if you point the finger at anything but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I try in the way I consciously speak about anything. Nothing makes me feel anything. Nothing makes me say anything. Nothing makes me do anything. Every single thing I think, say, do, feel, especially feeling, in the United States, everyone points a finger and says, yeah, he made me feel that way. She made me feel this. Or I said I did this because, bro, it's like mind-bending to, because like, okay, how does that computer head, so do they need to stop doing things so you stop feeling and saying and doing certain, like, so the world needs to change so that your internal, like, no, you have control over your internal. Go sit down, breathe for 5 minutes, think about what you're feeling, what you think that makes you feel that thing, what the goal is behind the thinking and the feeling, because there's an internal goal of some hurt, traumatized 7-year-old, 4-year-old, 10-year-old self where some trauma happened and now you have a certain thinking and feeling pattern with that goal behind it.
Mm-hmm.
These negative things, these negative goals, thinking, feeling. Okay, just breathe, let it go. You don't even need to fully understand it, but just have an idea. Sit there and figure out what's going on, and then let it go. Right? Like no one's got a gun to your head. Your life's not threatened. Your life's not in danger. Like things are gonna be fine. You know, stop saying other people are in charge of what you feel. That just seems so stupid. Like, why do I want to give my own power to other things?
Exactly. Like they always say, oh, he pissed me off. Oh, they did this. Like, no, you allowed them, whatever they said, to take control over you and your feelings. Like you're giving your power away. Like you're not weak. You are strong.
No, I would argue this.
Okay.
Everyone chooses to be weak. No, I would say the majority of people choose to be weak-minded and weak-willed individuals, and that's totally okay.
That's not okay.
No. But I think it is, right? Because if everyone chose to be strong-minded and strong-willed individuals, the bar would just be higher. Mm-hmm. It's just an extremely low bar. I'm saying it's your free will and your free choice to be weak and a loser. Yeah. It's not good. Like, overall, I wish people would do what's best for them. But, like, everyone is born with a certain deck of cards, and they're all going to play them the way they choose to play them. All I would hope is that people at least put their phones down and self-reflect and review and understand themselves. Because if you can truly understand and who you are and reflect on that and look in the mirror and know who you are, the good and the bad, maybe you're not meant to be the strongest willed and the strongest minded person, but at least try to understand yourself so you can get as far as you want to be. But it's totally okay if people want to be fucking losers and point fingers. Like, if that's what you want to do, I guess do it.
We need people to flip burgers is basically what we're saying. Like, take our order. We'll keep fucking going up.
No, everyone says that, but it's very true because not everyone can, but not everyone should want to or not like want to live that way. I had a lot of rough things happen, like growing up to being 10, 11, 12 years old. Like I had a lot of rough things like in my childhood or whatever. And if it wasn't for those things, I don't think I'd be cut out the way I am.
They made you stronger and resilient.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know. I had some stuff happen growing up. I just keep it like broad. It's just like, you know, when like there are times growing up where like I was like truly in danger or whatever it was, like a young self, like truly like, yo, like am I like like what's about to happen to me or to the other people around me or my family, like what's going on like with my friends, like where things just were not safe, whatever, like just genuine, like a little kid. So I think part of that really shaped my mind to be the way it is. But I think normal people with normal upbringings, like they do have the potential. Every normal person has the potential and the capability to do something exceptional with their lives, but a without some sort of burning desire where you have the will of motivation and discipline mixed together. If you don't have the burning motivation and desire along with like ironclad discipline and strength, like you have to couple all that together, because you could be very disciplined. I have a lot of very disciplined and strong-minded friends who just don't have a desire and a fire to like go to the moon. They're very disciplined and very happy riding this lane, and they're going to be very well off and they're going to live great lives. They might not be the most in shape, they might not be the wealthiest, but they are going to live very fulfilled, happy lives. Even if they're not the most strong-willed and strong-minded, they're who they need to be to have what they want out of life. Everyone gets what they do want, because if you want it bad enough, you'll make the shift.
You'll find a way to get it done.
And when I say find a way, though, it's not taking action. It's finding a way of understanding. Because if you're trying to find a way as a level 8 build out, if your build out's a level 8, trying to find a way as a level 8 build out is going to take you 30 years. Or you can find a way to understand more about yourself internally, all of the roadblocks you mentally have, all the strengths and weaknesses, all the things that make you who you are, the good and the bad. Understand enough, level up to a level 15 internally, your physical will follow, your physical self, your spiritual self, your emotional self, the financial state you're in, the people in your life, the environment you live in, what you do day to day. All these things will level up as you uncover and unravel yourself internally. Level 9, 10, 11, 12. All of a sudden you're level 20. Now what would have taken your level 8 self 10, 20 years at level 30 would take you, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, right? Or whatever, or months, 10, 20 months, 4 or 5 months.
You can't skip from here to there.
You'll find a way to unravel yourself if you want to.
You'll peel those layers like an onion.
When you're finally willing to do the hardest things, which are always going to be internal, the external world gets drowned out. Internally, if you have things holding you back, those internal things are the loudest things in the world. And when you finally take that away, everything else around you is very mellow and quiet externally, and then it's like a lot easier to handle. That's why I'm very unfazed by my eyes. Like sure, my eyes are internal and it affects the external, but that's nothing compared to the things internally that happened growing up. So like the noise level of what I went through is up there as a little kid compared to my eyes going away that's down here. So I have a way to handle that now because I've done internal work. So most people just don't choose to do that. Most people aren't equipped with the information to do it, though. It's not really a taught thing. It's not an understood thing. It's very downplayed, but it's out there. If people want to.
You have to want it, though. You have to want to change. You have to want to look internally, see what went wrong or what you need to work on. But you need to make that decision yourself and say, hey, there's some work that I need to do internally. All the information's in the palm of your hands.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, and you have to be willing to face all those fears and the people that will then reject you or not accept you. Like as you shift into, I've truly never had like long-term friends that I've ever stayed close with. I always flow around. Like the people in my life are always shifting and coming and going. People come away, they go back, whatever. And like
some people are in our life to teach us a lesson, and sometimes God will take them away. Like they were just for this chapter to strengthen you or teach you something, and then they'll go. Maybe.
I've never been attached to people that closely. Like I think, but because I've always had a very authentic and honest genuine love and care for everyone around me to the best of my human ability, to the best of my extent. I've always been as good as I could possibly be towards people. So when I do come in, it's
You can get it done.
smile and it's rough accepting that parts of my life had to like downgrade or go backwards, but it's like, okay.
Sometimes you need to go backwards and able to figure out something that you missed to continue forward.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just it's rough. Just breathe, accept it, and keep pushing forward. But yeah, where were you going with that? I thought you were going somewhere with that.
No, I mean that's basically it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
we learned about you, your black belt, business, all that fun stuff. Anything else that you want to share that maybe another period in your life where it was tough, but you pushed through it, or you didn't allow it to like break you down?
Well, okay. On the flip end, right? Another reason I'm so confident and I'm very sure of myself and what I'm saying is because I've had a lot of low points. I'd say, just a lot of back and forth low points in my life. I guess from 13 to now. I guess as a kid too, but like really low points where when I was, after COVID happened, there was a period where I did like smoke weed for a little bit and drink, and I was vaping and doing all the bad stuff that you shouldn't be doing.
But because you did them, you felt old.
Yeah, I fell into these lows where, the same advice I gave that guy, go, to an extent, right? Like, don't go like literally throw and burn your whole life out. The things I said to me are a big deal. Sleeping in, everyone already does that. Playing video games a lot, everyone already does that. Go and jerk off, everyone already does that. It's horrible. Don't, but like everyone does that. Go eat horrible food, everyone already does that. Don't go to the gym, everyone already does that. You go do those 5 things every day, consistently make sure you do all those horrible things for a month. Like, that'll screw your whole life up. But like, I've lived in very low points in my life where, I can recall some very bad times where I've, I growing up throughout like high school and everything, like I had some, not so much in 2022 was a great year, most of 2023. It was more a lot of periods in 2020 and 2021. I was on the complete flip end where my whole life was just not what I wanted it to be. I think from that accident, I just had a lot of instability in my own brain and in my own mind, and like internally everything was just endless chaos. Like my whole life was just like stripped from me in so many ways when I got into that car accident. And going through that is where I understood that I never want to go back. Like I can't ever go back to that. So when I've made the greatest strides in my life, I know it's because like I get up on 2 hours of sleep or 8 hours, whatever it was. Like it didn't matter to me, bro. There were periods where like, I still laugh about this with the people that were around at the time, bro. I go like 2-3 days without a freaking shower. I would fucking, it was gross, bro. It was bad. No, bro. But I'm working outside landscaping all day. No, that's what I mean. Like, bro, I'm dirt. Bro, I'm getting up at 5 or 6, right? Go and work all day. I get in Illinois in the May and June. Dawn is about 4:45. Sunrise 5:15, 5:30. Sunset 8:15, 8:30, 8:40 at the peak. Dusk 9. Bro, I'm getting home 9, 10 p.m. Walk in. I just ate McDonald's 30 minutes ago. Big feast. 2 double quarter pounders. Bacon on there too. Large Coke. Large fry. Probably got 2, 3, 4 cookies. I'm feeling good. 9, 10 o'clock. Walk through the door. Boots on. Jeans covered in gunk. Bro, I would walk in. The couch was right next to... Walk in. Face plant on the couch. KO. Alarm goes off 5:30. whatever. Back out the door. I just put my hat back, just deodorant, hat on, out. Back to McDonald's, 2 large iced coffees, repeat. Because I wouldn't even have to look in the mirror. Everyone's like, I look in the mirror. This, that. Bro, I didn't even make it to the mirror. I fucking walked in.
Walk in. Wow.
Bro, and then like 2 days go by, I'm like, fuck. My girl thinks I'm smelly. Like it's bad. I gotta. Bro, I didn't even care about saying hi to her or anything. I just walk. Right, bro. But that's because I would have rather died than failed or not achieved what I want. What I set out to achieve, what I wanted to have, the goals I had, I knew I could not look in the mirror myself if I didn't achieve those, because then who am I? Like, I had things to prove to myself and things to prove to others, right? And there's a lot of there's a lot of perceptions in the world that I choose to have that put a lot more pressure on myself than most people have ever done or are willing to do. Because that amount of pressure normally makes people crack. Yeah. But for me, I just perform. I perform under chaos and pressure because the chaos and pressure I'm now putting on myself. Growing up, I had so much chaos and pressure that was forced onto me. It wasn't a choice.
It. Like it just boom.
No, it wasn't a choice. It was things I had to go through. Like unwillingly, not by my own accord. Great loving parents. A lot of it does not have to do with them. They're awesome. But there's just a lot of things. So, with that, I guess it's a lot easier for me to continue that, because I've been like, that's my bar. That's my tolerance bar. It's very high. And that's why I'm saying, like, it's okay if most people can't do that. But to look at an extreme or a more extreme person like myself, maybe someone who's living life at a 4 has it in them to get to a 6 or a 7 if they're striving for an 8, right? I strive for 11 every day and I fall short at a 9.5. So, that's my example, right? And no, but then there's still some brief periods where, I'm not perfect. I'm not on it 365 days a year. I'm 20 years old and most people start here. I started here. And then I skyrocketed, and now I'm like, my life is a big chaotic wave. So I'm guessing as I go into my 20s, right? I guess this is the first ever filmed or recorded podcast I've ever done. It'd be pretty cool if I could look back at this when I'm like 25 or 30, like, maybe he was right. I have a feeling that, my 20s will be a lot of taming the chaos and like channeling it the right way so that I can still have the order in my life that's needed for some form of peace. But I don't really care for the peace though. I don't know. I don't really.
When I first started all this, I always told myself, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm at that stage right now. Like, I don't care if I'm happy or not. I'm going to perform. I'm going to pursue this. I'm going to see it to the end. And then if I'm happy, I could care less. As long as the people around me are taken care of and I can make them happy, that I feel content, that I feel like
it's about fulfillment. But bro, I feel like for me, like fulfillment and like doing the things I need to do, and like driving 150 miles an hour straight through my goals, that fulfillment to me is what I perceive as happiness.
Struggle.
I don't feel too like, I don't know, that whole like dancing, drinking, like, yeah, I could get down, but like, some people know that, but like that happiness is like, I don't know. I have such a big low after that, and I still stay disciplined despite the lows, but like, I can just go through goals and live in this happiness. I don't care for all that hedonistic new age shit it's all stupid. But yeah, bro, I don't know. We'll see as time goes on. I'm only 20, right? So
for a 20-year-old, dude, you're doing
all right. I'm getting by. I got my igloo. I got my arms. I was telling my girl a week ago, I was like, my arms are the only thing that will never leave me. You know what? The McDonald's, you never know. But the business could leave, right? Friends could leave, family could leave, igloo could leave, my girl could leave. My arms won't leave though. That's one thing I say, bro. Hammer curls, some ropes, some push downs,
Uh-huh.
some shoulder flat. Bro, my arms won't go anywhere.
You'll still be pushing no matter what.
I'll be pushing on bench. I'll be benching.
Okay, dude. Thank you.
Bro, the one thing that won't leave, your arms, bro. I'm telling you. You get big arms, they don't go away.
What if you have an accident and at least one arm has to leave?
No, that is not in the cards, bro.
No. Knock on wood, that will never happen. Hopefully, the thing that I'm thinking about this is a year from now, we do another episode and then we'll see where you are mentally, like your mental, like your business, everything.
It's the end of September. We should do one in March.
March?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, my life operates in like 3-4 month seasons. Yeah. Also, I'll save anything else. I could talk for a while, but we could save it because I've talked about a lot. Yeah, who knows what will change. That's just I guess I'm just speaking on the state of mind I'm currently in, which does
need to change.
I'm going into a very big phase right now where I've been getting closer and closer to the art of meditation and the art of like internally taming myself a little more. I like to describe it like I'm kind of like a machine gun that goes haywire all the time. I just spew bullets, hit a lot of them.
You're like an Uzi, now you want to be like a 3-round burst.
Yeah, I'm kind of learning how to control and understand more of myself internally because as much as I already know certain things, there's always more levels to piece together, I suppose. And maybe I'm kind of fast tracking the whole thing and I'll be bored in 5 years. Like, yeah, it's boring now. I understand too much. But hopefully, I don't think that'll happen.
Think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The more you learn about yourself and discover, like, the more you realize, like, you're just barely at your first chapter, dude. There's so much to life. And it's continuously evolving. So one year you think you know this and, like, everything's going to go okay. Next year, boom, something new happens. And it's like, holy crap. You have to constantly be evolving.
Bro, I went into 2022, a 16-year-old with a $30,000 truck, thinking, bro, Kieran makes such a big deal out of this. I'm 16, $30,000 truck, and I haven't even made 30 grand in my life yet. So looking back on it, right, I'm watching these financial videos years later. The financial audit guy online, I watched a few of his because I thought they were hilarious, and I'm a big numbers guy. I love numbers. Bro, I'm like, oh shit, was that? I'm like, okay, I was just like 16, like, yeah, I'll cut enough grass. I'll figure it out. Okay, so that's going into 2022, right? I'm going into 2023. A lot of things happened in 2022, but I did not drink in 2022. I think I had 2 shots on 2 different friends' birthdays. 1 shot, twice. I did not drink. I did not party. Bro, my 17th birthday, I had like 20 friends come say hi and say bye because I said no one bring alcohol, no one bring anything. No one came for my birthday. I thought I was lame. And then a year later, or not even, and then going to 2023, money in the bank, truck, dump trailer, living on my own, 17. 18, money in the bank, dump truck, living on my own, another year into my relationship that was coming to an end. Whatever, that's a lot of personal stuff. It came to an end. Looking back on it, that was a good thing for both of us, and I would hope she's doing well now and everything like that. I wish nothing but the best for her. That's going to 2024. I still was on top of the world. 6 months into that, my whole life upside down. 6 months later, it's coming back, and then 6 months later, I'm back up. And now I'm just going to keep going. So, I don't know. I turned 23 months ago. I'm not like a far along time. I'm just 20. A couple months ago, I was still a teenager. So, technically speaking, everything I'm saying right now, I would have been saying as a teenager. So, I don't know if that counts. I'm 20 now. I got to accept that. I was pretty sad about that, though, because I overall, with all the ups and downs, I still kind of like my teenage years. I went in 13, smart, 14, beat up, 15, big depression, 16, like figuring it out, 17, making the come up, 18, I'm riding a high life, 19, everything falls apart. I turned 20 and I'm like, that flew by. So maybe another 7 years is just gonna fly by, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll be a lot further along.
Okay. All right, one last thing. What do you want to be remembered by? What do you want to accomplish? The moment you're on your deathbed, who do you hope to build?
I would hope that this is just off the top of my head because I guess I've never thought about that or been asked that. But I would hope that I could positively impact as many people in close circles, far circles, strangers on the street. I would just hope that overall I brought new perceptions and new ways of looking at life and just positively helped other people grow. Be it whether it's just through them listening to me or me listening to them giving me advice, me giving them advice, just the growth and development of anyone I can try to bring that towards. That's what I would want to be remembered by. That like, yeah, he really helped. It was really good having him just because I feel like that I've always done that for people and I want to continue doing that and getting better at that. So the more I can positively impact people, the better off I'll be. Normally people are very smiley and energetic and just like vibes are always good when I'm around. So I want to continue that, you know?
That is true. Thank you, Anthony. We'll see you in March.
Yeah, let's do it in March.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sean.